In this video, I'll show you how to hire A players for your Amazon KDP business so that you have more time to focus on working on the things that you love. I'll show you how I built a team on Upwork to run my Amazon KDP business so that I can spend less than 30 minutes a week and still maintain a 6-figure a year business. I'll show you how you can outsource almost every single step in your publishing business and how you can do that for a lot easier and a lot cheaper than you think. This includes ghostwriters to write the book, an editor, a book cover designer, illustrators to create custom illustrations, a book formatter, an Amazon ad specialist to run Amazon ads for you, a virtual assistant to handle other miscellaneous tasks, and so much more. I've earned well over 7 figures total from my Amazon KDP business, and most of my hires came from Upwork or Fiverr. Just one good hire can absolutely revolutionize your business, free you up so much time so you can really focus on what you love doing. So let's get right into it. So the first thing you have to do is sign up to upwork.com. I'll leave a link below this video. It is an affiliate link. It's free for you to sign up, but I'll get a small commission whenever you hire someone. If you want to support the channel, you can use the link. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Now, once you sign in, it'll look like this. And there are essentially 2 ways of hiring people. One way is to find talents directly by searching for them. And the second way is to post a job and wait for them to apply. So searching for talents and reaching out to them directly is the most direct and straightforward way, but because it's you reaching out to them instead of them applying to your job, you will have less negotiation power, which means that if you want to negotiate for price, it is often harder to get the price lower. But a lot of times, this is how you find A+ players that already has a good track record of doing a great job. So this is mainly what I do to hire people nowadays. So all you really have to do is go up to search here and type in whatever job that you're looking for, right? So you can see my history here. I've searched for ghostwriter, I've searched for children's book illustrator. I got a prompt engineer for AI like ChatGPT. I wanted them to come up with custom prompts. I got a YouTube video editor, YouTube thumbnails. So pretty much anything, right? So let's just go with ghostwriter. So these are the results. Obviously you can see their per hour rate, although you can negotiate them down. You know, this is pretty much what they want, but not what they always work for, right? So it can be a lot lower than this. You can see their job success. This is important. I only hire people with a 90% or higher, oftentimes like 95% or higher success rate. And I also want them to be earning over 10K. 5K is the minimum actually. So, you know, if they have more than 10K earned, that's great. At the minimum, 5K will be good. The reason why is because they can have a 100% job success ratio, but maybe they only worked one job, right? And only earn $100 or something. So you want to see both of these numbers to be fairly high to make sure that they consistently provide high quality work. So just like that, you have a lot of options. You can go and start talking to them, but you can also filter it even more. So you can add any words, like let's say you want them to write about self-help books, right? Self-help nonfiction books. Then you can do self-help like this. And now it filters down to expert self-help writer for nonfiction and fiction. And same thing, you can see their qualification. Now, someone like this looks really good to me. 97% job success with over 10K plus earned. Now, she does have a proposed rate of $50 per hour, but oftentimes what I do to negotiate this rate down is I tell them that I'm looking for a long-term partnership, right? Because I have a lot of work on an ongoing basis that I can provide. So I basically ask for a bulk discount. And that is exactly what the freelancers want, right? They want consistent long-term work. So because of that, they're willing to work for you for a little lower. But that is up to you on how much you want to negotiate down, how much you're willing to pay, right? And I will give you some recommended rate for each of the tasks in the publishing business. Anyway, so on top of how you can filter with additional words here, another way you can filter is on the left side here. So you can actually scroll down here. And what I recommend you doing is choosing only freelancers. Now, I do work with some agencies, but 99% of the times working with agency does not work out and they're more expensive. So I recommend you just work with freelancers here. And you also want to scroll down and click on job success. You want to do 90% and up. Earned amount, once again, over 10K earned. Hours billed, this is also important. I usually do between 100 to 1,000. Obviously 1,000 is better, but I don't want to be too strict, right? Oftentimes you can find rising talents where they do a really, really good job. They're very qualified, but they're new to the Upwork platform. So those people are trying to get more reviews, trying to build up their Upwork portfolio. So they're willing to work for a lower rate. So if that's what you're looking for, maybe you want to keep this at 100 plus hours. Next is the English level. Obviously this depends on the task, but if you're hiring a writer, so they better be really, really good at writing English, at least if it's a English book. So now that we've filtered it down, these are the candidates, and you can go and start messaging them and talking to them. and making sure that you guys are on the same page. If everything looks good, you agreed with the rate, then you can offer them a job and you can start working with them. Now, one thing I will say from experience is like this one right here. She's from Malawi, right? I don't know which country that is. Maybe Malawi is a country, but she's $15 an hour, 93% job success, earn over 10K, right? And obviously, as you can see, compared to someone from the United States, she's significantly cheaper. But you might be concerned that, oh, well, she's not from the US. Is she actually good at writing in English? Well, here's the thing. I can tell you from experience that where they're from, in terms of country, doesn't really matter much. What matters is their reviews, right? So you can see that she has a good job success ratio. She earned a lot of money. You look at their reviews. If the reviews are positive, and then you read their samples, and if the sample is good, that is what you want to judge them on, not the country. There are a lot of excellent writers and excellent formatters, illustrators, book cover designers from non-US countries. In fact, I've hired a lot of different ghostwriters in my lifetime, and some of my top writers that got literally 4.7, 4.8 average reviews across hundreds of reviews for my best-selling books. One of them was from Nigeria. Another one was from Serbia. I have another one from UK, which obviously, could be good. So the point is, it really doesn't matter where they're from. Judge them based on their quality of work, not the country they're from. So that is how you can find top talents very quickly, reach out to them and work with them. Obviously, this was a ghostwriter example, but you can apply the same thing for book cover designer, children's book illustrator, anything, right? So this is how you do it. So option 2 is posting a job. So now people are reaching out to you, right? Applying for the job. Now, this is a good option if you want to find rising talents, because those who are established, like these people, usually do not come and apply to jobs, right? They usually have business owners like me reaching out to them so that, they have plenty of work going around and they'll be more expensive for that reason. But if you want to hire cheaper, if you want to hire rising talents, those who doesn't have an established Upwork profile, right? And they're trying to build it up, then they'll be applying to jobs. So you can post a job here and you can select long-term or short-term. I usually select long-term, and you can type something like expert ghostwriter for self-help niche, long-term, okay? And select ghostwriter, next skills. And you can add a few skills, just add like 3, it doesn't really matter. So put content writing, ghostwriting, creative writing, writing, that is good. You can filter even more, but I usually do not do anything here except for English, and then click next. All right, so I kind of play around with this, like, is it small, medium, large? I don't think it matters too much, so I just keep it at medium. And then how long will your work take? Usually 3 to 6 months. And I am looking for an expert on this topic. Another thing I add is yes, this could become full-time, because again, these freelancers are looking for that, right? So I click on that, next location. All right, very important, click on worldwide. Once again, there are a lot of writers that are better than those who live in the US, okay? So just click on that. So from here, it's up to you if you want to hire per hour. A lot of people actually prefer that. Me personally, I do fixed rate, and I just put 1,000 here. What you put here doesn't matter, because this is just a estimate. You're not actually paying what you put here, but I usually put like 1,000, sometimes even 10,000 to catch people's attention. And then in the job post, I actually tell them the actual rate. So that's what I do. Next description. So when it comes to ghostwriters, you want to mention what kind of niche, what are the topics of the books that you're trying to write, right? And then what kind of stuff that you're looking for, like someone who can deliver the book within 2 to 4 weeks. That is the standard for a full-length nonfiction book. But if you're writing a different kind of book, right, then that'll depend. So you want to kind of be clear here. You also want some qualifications. Like what I normally put is you must reply to my message every single day. So like within 24 hours, so good communication. I'm actually gonna just show you what I have in my Royalty Hero program for this one, right? So we provide a job post template, which is essentially this one for the ghostwriter. But basically I say looking for a ghostwriter who has both writing experience and personal experience in the niche, which is very important. When you're writing from actual personal experience, the book is significantly better than if someone's writing just from a Google research. Okay, so this is why you need that if you're trying to hire a ghostwriter that's actually knowledgeable. Okay, so including topics such as, and then you want to list down the topics, right? We're a growing publishing company looking to expand and add new talents to our team. We can provide steady long-term work as long as you deliver quality work. Each book will be 30,000 words long. This is a standard for nonfiction, but if you're doing something else, once again, it depends. And the rate will be 2.3 per 100 words. That is kind of like on the lower end of if you're doing just like generic self-help. So this depends on the topic. I'm going to talk about that more very, very soon. You'll need to submit the work for me to check at every 10,000 words. Anyways, you guys can pause the video and kind of read through this. And then I talk about the qualifications, what I want in them, right? Like great communications, plagiarism, free content. And then lastly, I put, please apply with the phrase pink elephant just to make sure that they read until the end of the post, right? And then also attach a sample of your previous work related to the topic. And also please explain to me what kind of personal experience you have in the topic. So I'm like super, super careful, only hiring people who actually knows about the topic, right? So this is why a lot of people ask me, how do you create quality books if you're outsourcing it to a ghostwriter? Well, this is how you do it. You make sure that they know about the topic, right? And you only hire people who do. So after that, you want to go and click here. Review the job post. If everything sounds good, you post this job and you will get a lot of people applying, right? And from there, you look at their samples. If it's good, you can do a video call with them, talk to them. And if everything sounds good, you guys are on the same page, then you can offer them a contract. Now, when you offer them a contract, you can set how much you want to pay. And that is how much you actually pay, not the initial price that we set. All right, let's talk about the recommended budget. So these are just a suggestion, right? Sometimes you can hire great talents cheaper than this, but oftentimes the more you pay, the better the quality. However, it's not always the case, right? Just because you pay 10 times more doesn't mean it's 10 times more quality. There is a sweet spot to these things. So I will show you the sweet spot in terms of the cost and quality, in my opinion. Let's start with ghostwriters. So if you're trying to create a simple medium content type of books like trivia, riddles, joke books, story books, those books that literally anyone can write, you can hire someone for $2 per 100 words. So these books typically are 10,000 words, 15,000 words, meaning you can get a whole book written for $200 or maybe $300 around there. So if you're trying to write a general topic like generic self-help, beginner, business and finance, cookbooks, those nonfiction books that are easier to write, and then you can hire someone between $2.2 to $2.5 per 100 words. So once again, a normal word count for a nonfiction book is about 30,000 words. So at this rate, it'll be $660 up to $750, okay? So this is why you're not paying thousands and thousands of dollars. Some people pay more than this for these topics just to make sure that the quality is good. And I think that's fine, but I wouldn't go super, super high. I wouldn't do like $5 per 100 words. I think between $2 to maybe $4 per 100 words is a sweet spot. So next one is technical topics. So these are niche self-help, advanced business and finance, programming, health and dieting, topics that not a lot of people are knowledgeable in, right? Familiar with, so less people can write. And because of that, it'll be a little more expensive. But these you can pay $2.5 to even higher than $3 per 100 words. Next are editors. So for editors, you can pay between $100 to $300 per book, depending on how much editing is required. So what I like to say is you can either hire a really, really crappy writer that requires a lot of editing so that it's going to cost more on the editing, or you can just hire a really good writer where you barely have to do any editing, right? If that's the case, you can literally just have someone read through the book, which can be as low as $60 or even $100, and you're good to go. And that is what I like to do. Next is the book cover designers. So for book covers, I recommend you pay between $50 to $200 per cover on Upwork. If you want to go low budget option, just go to Fiverr. I've recommended so many cheap options on Fiverr, right? And those are great options to get started. But in the long run, if you're trying to build a high quality brand, you should probably be spending this much per cover. But again, you don't have to start with this. Once you're starting to make money, reinvest it into improving your book covers. So that is Kindle, KDP print, audio, all included for this price. So the next one is illustrators. So for illustrators, it depends on the image, but I've hired people for literally $3 per illustration. And this is like a coloring page or a image inside a storybook, right? And if you want a full color like this one, a full background, full color, multiple elements that's colored in, that's gonna be like $20 per page or more. But if it's just a one element like just this girl, black and white, no background, that could be as low as $3, okay? So it depends on complexity, background, black and white or colored in. So next is formatters. So for formatting, I recommend you pay $30 to $100 per book, and this includes both ebook and KDP print formatting. So you can hire this on Upwork, but to be completely honest, there are so many good formatters on Fiverr that I just use Fiverr, to be honest, and I recommend you guys use Fiverr as well. Like this gig right here, he will format your book for print and ebook. He has unlimited revisions, 5-day delivery, 85 interior pages, right, with a bunch of images. And this is a really high quality formatting, right? So you can get this for $90, which is an amazing rate. So if you guys want to try him out, I will leave a link below this video. Next is the Amazon Ads Experts. So for this one, it really depends. You can go as low as $5 an hour, or if anything, $3 an hour. Like I've hired someone for $3 an hour for this, up to $750 a month or more. So that depends on if you're training them or they're already trained, right? You can hire a generic VA for $3 to $5 an hour, and you can train them on how you run Amazon ads. In that case, you can hire them very cheap. It was about $100 a month total for me to hire that person. But as my business grew, I wanted someone that was experienced in PPC, Amazon ads, right? So I hired a Amazon ad specialist. So he was already trained, and that cost me $750 a month. So, you know, I used to do that, but now I use Azdroid, which is a service outside of Upwork, but they specialize in Amazon ad management, specifically for KDP. So this is Azdroid. If you guys want to work with them, I believe you have to book a call. So just go to the website. The link is below this video. And then from there, you can book a call, see if you guys are a good fit, and then go from there. So to recap, you don't have to outsource every single step in the publishing process. These are just some examples. Like if you love writing, you should probably do that. But maybe you don't like to design book covers. Well, maybe you can outsource that, right? So it's really up to you. But what I'd recommend is you outsource things that you're not good at to a professional who can do a significantly better job than you. Plus, it wouldn't cost too much, as I showed you, right? So you should outsource what you're not good at so that it will free you up more time to work on what you actually love and what you're actually good at. All right, guys, that is it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you want a free training on how I built a 7-figure publishing business, then the link to the training is in the description below, as well as all the tools and resources that I recommend for your publishing business. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.